Have you ever hit send on an email and instantly wished you could take it back? Or speak up in a meeting and later think, ugh, why did I say it like that? Same here. We live in a world that rewards speed, hustle, quick responses. We're taught that the faster we speak, act, decide, the more confident and capable we look. But here's what I've learned. Leadership isn't about being the fastest in the room. It's about knowing when to pause. That one breath, that one moment of presence, it can change everything. Welcome to the Courageous Exchange, where small mindful shifts create big leadership impact. I'm Deb Carville, and today we're talking about one of the most overlooked leadership skills, the pause. What it is, why it matters, and how to build it into your daily life as a leader, even when the pressure's on. Let me tell you about a moment that stuck with me. I was leading this high-stakes strategy session, big energy in the room, high expectations. People were fired up, and we were on a tight timeline to align on a direction. And as the lead, I was supposed to bring clarity. Then, right in the middle of it, a senior leader challenged the path I had just laid out. My gut reaction? Defend, prove, push back. But instead, I paused, just for a beat, and said, "Tell me more about what's on your mind." That moment, it changed everything. It opened up space, it shifted the energy from tension to curiosity, and instead of getting defensive, I was able to hear a perspective I hadn't fully considered. That pause helped me lead from presence, not ego, and that presence built trust in the room. It's a moment I've carried with me ever since. Let's try something together right now. Wherever you are, close your eyes if it's safe to do so. Take a slow breath in and out. Think about a recent moment when you reacted too quickly. What might have changed if you had taken just 3 seconds to pause? Now, let's be real. Why is something so simple so hard? We equate speed with strength. You might think, if I answer fast, I'll look prepared. We fear silence. If I pause, will people think I don't know what I'm doing? And we're often on autopilot. We speak before we even know what we're saying. But here's the truth. The best leaders aren't the ones who react the fastest. They're the ones who create space for the right responses. So here's your coaching nudge. When was the last time you paused on purpose before responding? What shifted? Let me tell you about someone I used to work with, a senior executive who had this incredible ability to lead without ever raising his voice. He absolutely mastered the pause. We were in a high-stakes boardroom meeting. There was a big decision on the table, and the energy in the room was intense. A dozen senior leaders sat around the table, all watching, waiting. The pressure to respond quickly filled the room, like everyone was holding their breath. While the rest of us scrambled to form an answer, he did something completely unexpected. He calmly stood up, walked over to the window, and just looked out. At first, I'll be honest, I thought, what is he doing? We need an answer now. The silence felt heavy. But then he turned back to the table. His response, calm, clear, on point. He hadn't just found the right words, he had grounded himself in the pause. And what he said shifted the entire tone of the room. That pause wasn't hesitation, it was strategy. He wasn't buying time, he was creating space for clarity, for connection, and for trust to land. While the rest of us were reacting to urgency, he was modeling something bigger. Decisiveness isn't about speed, it's about wisdom. There's neuroscience behind this. When we pause for even 3 seconds, we shift from our amygdala, our fight, flight, freeze center, into our prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for strategy, reflection, and logic. This tiny shift helps us respond with clarity, make better decisions, and create psychological safety for the people around us. Harvard Business Review calls it the mindful edge, and I couldn't agree more. If you want to go deeper, check out The Pause Principle by Kevin Cashman. It reframes the way we think about stillness, not as inaction, but as the space where insight happens. If you're constantly in go mode, this book is a breath of fresh air. Here's your invitation for the week. Try the leadership pause. 3 simple moments. Before your next meeting, pause, breathe, and check in with yourself. When someone challenges you, pause before responding. And before sending that email, pause and reread with presence. And if you journal, try this. When I pause, I create space for, let the answer surprise you. Want support? I've created a short guided meditation to help you build this habit. It's called the Leadership Pause, and you can find it on my site or wherever you listen. Next week, we're talking about something we all feel but rarely say out loud: self-doubt. I'll share a time I nearly talked myself out of something I was 100% ready for, and how I found my way back to self-trust. Don't miss it. That's it for today's episode of The Courageous Exchange. If you're feeling the pressure to perform, to react, to go, 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 I hope this gives you permission to pause. If this resonated, I'd love to hear from you. Share it with someone who needs the reminder today. Subscribe, leave a review, or drop me a message. I read them all. And remember, small mindful shifts create big leadership impact. Until next time, take a deep breath, trust yourself, and lead with presence.